Hypodermics is wondering, you can farm the Ex-borg credits? Yes. So if you're having issues with your rare and epics for your Ex-borg chests, whether you still need research that you want to do, or you just want to be able to come in here and claim these mega chests every 4 or 5 days to get this dolomite, to get these researches, to get you need a steady amount of those credits. It all comes from the NX-01 refinery, specifically from the special opportunity chests. And you can get these rare opportunity chips from killing any aquatic battleships. So you just have to have an NX-01 and go into the lowest level systems, and you can go kill and farm the 40s. And if your NX-01 is decent enough and you have, the right crew, typically it's Pike, E Data, and Harrison. But depending on if you once your ship gets high enough, you don't even need to be that specific anymore. But you just come in here and you just go kill the 40s, and you kill them all in round one by putting out too much damage before they even get to the go home cannon. So there's never a chance of that. So you just stay out here and you just farm until you have hundreds or thousands of those things. And then you can just keep pulling those chests every 4 days, I think it is. And then you just come in and turn it into the refinery, and you get thousands and thousands of those credits. Let's go ahead and move on home. Move along, move along, move along home. Use the cheese crew. Well, there's two different cheese crews. If you're punching up, you're hoping that you can kill the aquatic, and then it doesn't do its go home cannon to you. I'll show you real quick with this method. We take Pike, we take E Data, we take Harrison. Oh, I'll put Chapel back there as well. Chapel back below deck. You've got your standard regular people there. I need the NX-01, which is currently repairing. Good job, guys. Thanks for your efforts. "12-hour shield to get me to breakfast." All right, so we just take this and we just go right in here to the lowest level system. This is not the method in the punch-up crew and things like that that you would use if you're trying to get this material to do this payout. If you're trying to get the tech modules, which is what you need to do this refinery in large quantities, you use the Leslie crew, you hit the biggest thing that you can, and you cross your fingers and hope that it doesn't do its 30% death ray and kill you. If you want these special opportunity chips, which are additional ways to source, because doing this pull here gives you these regular opportunity chips, which gives you a small amount of resources. 215, 300 per pull, or you can roll the dice and hope to get lucky, though you never really do. Compared to the special ones, which give you 1,000 and 650, 1,100 and 650. Now, ideally, I think your NX-01 wants to be around tier 6 or tier 7 to pull this off, but maybe if you throw like a max fort or something on it first before you come in here, you can pull it off sooner. And so what happens here is that you end up killing the level 40 aquatic in round 1 with either your first or your second weapon shot before it gets a chance, because the death ray is at the end of round 1. So you get 2 shots to kill it, and if you kill it beforehand, you don't have to worry about it. It drops a little bit of the other materials, but that's not what you care about because every single battleship that you kill drops a loot chest, and every loot chest contains 10 of these rare chips. You need 30 for a single pull, you need 100 if you want to do a double pull, and there's two chests that you can open. I think it's a 4-day cooldown. It might be a 5-day cooldown. So you basically just kill 20 battleships, so that way you've got 200 currency, and then you can double pull both chests every 4 or 5 days. And if you're not getting them through the first round, then you might have to buff, or you might just have to wait until your ship is a higher tier. But you can, wait outside or waste a credit if you want to and bring your Titan in here. Throw a Titan buff, throw a Cerritos buff. Use max fort if you have to, because max fort is what's going to give you the extra shots. Max fort, instead of doing 2 shots, you'll have 4. So it'll give you more opportunities to kill it in the round 1. Because the whole point of doing this is to make sure you take away the ability of the death ray. We never even let it get to the death ray, so we can just keep farming. And when you run out of battleships to kill, you kill a couple of interceptors just to make them respawn. So if you have Anorax, he would also be helpful with your loot chests. You're going to need a higher ship for that then, because now you're giving up Pike's ability. But yes, when your NX-01 is higher and you have Anorax unlocked, you can come in here and do more stuff like that. Sticky, you can't find Leslie and your officers. He's part of the same group that Pike is. Or you could sort them by name. You could just sort by name and then go to the L's. And he'll be right there next to Lieutenant Picard or Laliari. Savage, your risky pulls are normally good to you, but this time didn't work out so well. Okay. Hi, Ice Wolf. Welcome on in. Deathblade, you built your first Nova. Congrats on that. Tendi, Paris, and Pick Hue. Well, you'd always want regular Hue below deck. And Torres, given Hull Breach. So you want Pick Hue, you want regular Hue, the Borg Hue, who's boosting your crit chance. And you want Belana Torres, because she's giving you that Hull Breach, which is going to boost your crit damage. And then you just keep doing this until you have 200 of these things. Did I say Pike, Leslie, and Harrison? No, Pike, E, Data, and Harrison. You want all the extra damage you can put out, and you want Harrison to get through the shields. Also might depend on what tier your Harrison is too. If he's only like tier 1, that may be slightly less effective as well, but there are ways to get Leslie free in the game now. He does come from a couple different places. They finally added sourcing for him. They haven't sourced some of the other people yet, but both Leslie and Hendorf are now available through the have been available for a while through the Federation Elite recruit packs. They're also in the Crucible of War pack, and Leslie is now even in the DTI faction exchange. All right. So you would come in here and you would do this chest and you would double pull this. And you'd be like, bam, there's 1,300 epic credits and 2,200 rares for my trouble. And that's got a 3-day cooldown on it. So it's even better than I thought. And then when I get another 100, Hugh Bolana Torres, Chapel. You don't need Parish because you don't need mitigation because these things are level 40. They're not hitting you very hard. Even if they do hit you, they're not hitting you very hard. They don't hit for a lot of damage. You're going to have basic mitigation because, you know, you're going to mitigate some of it. And then you're just going to shoot them back and kill them. So take all the extra damage you can get in Chapel's Isolytic Boost. Yeah, we're only killing 40s. Are there acquire Ex-borg credit away team tasks or spend only? There is one to acquire 6,000 uncommon, which is why for you want to cash these in, use your tech modules, cash these in, and save your regular opportunity chips for away team tournaments because there's a 10,000 point task that says get 6,000 uncommons, and this is the best way to do it. You cash in about 15 of these, and bam, there's all your uncommons. And there's a free 10,000 point task. You can try and roll the dice and get lucky, but I find more often than not you end up with a couple of 5s. So you end up spending more than you would if you just did it the safe way. Alliance tournaments. AT to me is always away team for some reason. It's stuck in my brain that way. All right, I need 3 more. You know what I meant, smartass. There's my other 3. Now I come back here. And I would do this. And I would hit this one. And I would double pull that. And I would cross my fingers and hope. There's another 835 and 1,300. So I just did that and I just got 3,500 rare and about 2,000 epic. And that's about average. And I can do that every 3 days. And so this is all you have to do. Just come in here and just farm up 20 of these guys, and I'll do that right now. So that way, when my cooldowns are up in 3 days, I don't have to come back. And then I'll have another little surplus. And then I can keep doing my mega chests out of my Ex-borg store. These ones. Keep doing these mega chest pulls, keep using these epic credits, getting this dolomite, getting these resources, getting these ship parts, all for free. Right here, built right into the game, whether it's the G4, G5, or G6 option. And then if I want to finish any of this stuff up too, I guess I could also work on some of that. This is what you do on Zindi Thursdays. That's also a good thing to do then too. I mean, you got to come in and kill 20 Zindi hostiles, right? To finish that event. If you haven't done your field training, if you haven't finished that up yet, I think the aquatics, like the regular hostiles are only worth like 1 or 2 points apiece, but I think the aquatics are worth like 5 points apiece, and the battleships are worth like 10 or 15. So if you're still a lower level player and you haven't finished your field training for the NX-01, one of these tasks out here is like defeat Zindi hostiles, and you have to get like 10,000 points for killing them. So you can just come in here and farm these. I think they're 15 points apiece. And that drastically cuts down the amount of time you have to spend working on that event.